Yo, what is up? So in this tutorial, we're going to be showing how to do a simple little coin pickup. You pick up the coins and the number of coins you have are represented in the number in the top left of the screen. And yeah, it's pretty easy. Pretty simple little thing to do. So let's get started. Alright, so the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna launch, I'm gonna be using 5.3. We're gonna launch that. Then we're gonna go to games. You can choose whatever template you want to use. I'm gonna use third person. And we're gonna call this, I'm gonna call this coin tutorial. And you want to make sure you have starter content checked. That way you have the starter content. Then we're gonna create. All right, so we're in. So first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna dock and layout. I don't like the new system. I like the way the content browser used to be. We're gonna go to window, content browser 1. So that way it's just docked there. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do, let's go to content. We're gonna make a new folder called blueprints. We're gonna open that up. We're gonna make a blueprint class actor. We're gonna call this coins underscore BP. We're gonna hop in here, and I don't have a coin model, so we're just gonna use a cylinder. You can use a coin model if you have it. We're gonna call this coin. We're gonna just rotate it 90 degrees. And you can go up here and uncheck the snapping right here. That way it doesn't, if you snap it, it'll, you know, snap like that. I'm gonna uncheck that so it doesn't snap. We can just kind of control the size a little bit easier. We're gonna do that. I'm also gonna go down here to the scale on the right side, make the X 0.5, make the Y 0.5. We're gonna go down here, and this is why I wanted you to get the starter content, because we're gonna go in here, go into materials. They have a metal gold material here that we're gonna use. We're gonna just throw that up there, and then we're gonna also add a sphere collision, so it'll just go around the whole coin like that. And we can go ahead and go into our blueprints folder. We can pull some coins into the world. You can duplicate it. If you want to just easily duplicate it, you can hold left alt button and then click and drag, and it'll duplicate it. So you can move these around the level. So we're gonna throw a few of them in there. Then we're gonna go back into our coin BP. We're gonna add a rotating movement here, and that'll make the coin rotate. You can control how it rotates by the rotating rate. So right now it's just gonna rotate on the Z axis. So if you hop in, it'll show, yeah, it's just rotating that way. But if you want it to rotate another way, this is the Y axis. You can make it rotate that way. Let's do 180 and put 0 on the Z. So yeah, it'll rotate like that. But yeah, we're just gonna use Z. Also, same thing for X. It'll rotate the other way. So we're just gonna set that back to 0. Put this to 180. And then also, if you notice right now, if you try to run into the coin, you can't, it just blocks you. So we're gonna go into the coin right here. We're gonna scroll down on the right here. See, right now it's to block all dynamic. We're gonna make it overlap all dynamic. So that way, now when you hop in, you can run through it. It doesn't block you. All right, so then next, we're gonna go to event graph. We're gonna get rid of all of this. We're gonna click on our sphere collision right here. We're gonna right click, go down to add event. We're gonna go to on component begin overlap. I'm gonna add that. We're gonna pull off the execution. We're gonna cast to third person blueprint. If you're using first person or one of the other templates, you know, you would grab first person blueprint instead. So we're gonna grab the object. We're gonna connect that to the other actor, and then we need to go into. We need to set something that represents our coins in our player blueprint. So we're gonna go into our player blueprint. We're gonna go to the variables down here. We're gonna click plus, and we're gonna call this coins. This will represent how many coins we have. We want to change it from a boolean to an integer, and an integer is just a whole number. So if you go down here to the default values, you can type in 1, 2. This will be how many coins we have. So just a whole number, whereas like a float would be let me add a float real quick just to represent what a float does. With floats you can add like 1.6. If you do that on an integer, it doesn't work. It's because integers are whole numbers and floats can be, you know, fractional values. So let's just delete that. So we're gonna use our coin integer right here. We're gonna go back to our coin blueprint. We're gonna pull off our as third person blueprint, and we're gonna get coins right here. And then we're gonna pull off the coins, and we're gonna add 1. You can add however many you want. This is just how many coins it will add to your player. So if you wanted to give more than 1, you just, you know, change the number to how many you want it to give. So we're gonna pull off our character blueprint again, and we're gonna set coins, and we're gonna connect this to the set. And then we're gonna pull off of here, and we're gonna destroy actor. So this will destroy the coin when we run over it. So that should work so far. So now when we run over it, the coins destroy. But yeah, you can't really see anything. So for now, we're going to print string, and a print string is just for development only. You see right here, it's just for testing purposes. So we're gonna pull off our coins, and we're gonna put that into our print string, and this will show us on screen how many coins the player has. So now when we go over it, if you look in the top left, it shows the number of coins we've picked up. 4, 5, 6. Let me just do that again so it shows a little bit better. I wasn't in full screen. But yeah, we run over it. Oh, I still have my value to 1 real quick here. Let me set the value back to 0. Yeah, right here, because we didn't set it back to 0, we start off with 1. So let's set that back to 0. And then we're gonna play. And now we run over, we have 1 coin, 2 coins, 3 coins, 4 coins, 5 coins. Yep. So something else you could do, something that let's open up our Epic store. There's a little pack that you can get. Let's just type in sound. Yeah, this right here, interface and item sound pack. It's free. So you can use this, but if you notice, it's only available for, you know, a handful of versions. It's available for 5.0 and 5.3. So if you're using 5.1 or 5.2, you won't be able to add it, but I can show you how to add it. But we're in 5.3, so we're just gonna add this real quick. 5.3. And then if we hop back into the project, we can go over here. So if you're using 5.2, something you can do is you can go right click on the folder, you can go to migrate, well, hold on, let me start over. So if you have a project that's using 5.2 and you want to use this, you're gonna need to download a version of the engine that that you can add this pack to, and then you're gonna add this to that engine version on a project. Then you're gonna open the project, and then you're gonna go over here to migrate. Click migrate. Let me do a save there. So this will make it so you can move it to any project. Then we're gonna press OK. Then you're just gonna find the folder, the project folder that you're using. So say here, you're gonna go to the project folder, and you're gonna go to content, and then you're gonna select folder. And then once you press select, it'll add this pack to that project. I'm not gonna do it because I don't need it in this project, but yeah, that's how you would migrate it to a project that doesn't work with the pack. But yeah, so now that we have that, let's hop back into our blueprints. Actually, let's just pull it back up here. So when we destroy, before we print string, we're gonna pull off and we're gonna play sound to D. And if you pull down on the sounds, we're just gonna type in coins right here. So now, when we run over and it destroys, it'll play the sound. Easy enough. But we also kind of want that, like in the beginning of the video, I had the widget that showed how many coins we have. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna create a widget. We're gonna go to our blueprints folder. Let's make a new folder. I'm gonna call this widgets. We're gonna go to user interface right here. Widget blueprint, user widget. We're gonna call this coins underscore W. We're gonna open that up. We're going to go to the search palette here. We're gonna type in canvas panel. We're gonna add that here. Then we're gonna go back to the search palette. We're gonna type in text, and we're gonna add a text to the canvas panel. Also, something that I like to do on the canvas panel is you right click on it, you wrap it with a scale box, and then we're gonna wrap the canvas panel again with a size box. We're gonna click on the size box, and we're gonna click on the width override and the height override. We're gonna check those. We're gonna type in 1920 by 1080, and what this does is it basically makes sure that anything you have in the widget stays within this you know, these values, this resolution on any platform that you may add this to. So yeah, let's click on our text. I'm just gonna size the content. So you click size the content over here, then you can move the position over. We're gonna move it over a little bit and down a little bit. And we're gonna say, go to the text content here. We're gonna say coins. And then we're gonna duplicate this. And we're just gonna go back to our coins right here and copy the position. That way it looks not janky. And we're gonna paste that to the position of our new text. The new text is gonna represent our the number of coins we have. And we're gonna paste. So now they're in the same position, but we're just gonna move it, we're gonna move the X position over a little bit. We're gonna set this by default to 0 for now. So we got the widget, but if you notice, if we hop in and play, it doesn't show. You don't see it anywhere. So we're gonna hop back into our third person blueprint. We go to event graph. Right here at the begin play, we're gonna just move all of this. We're gonna move all of this up. I can highlight it without highlighting the other thing. I'm gonna pull that up, pull the event begin play back, and if you press S on your keyboard and click, you will get a sequence node, and we're just gonna hook that up, and we'll hook our 0 back to that, and then our 1 off of our 1 right here, we're gonna create widget, and we're gonna find our coin widget right here, coin widget, and then off the return value, we're gonna pull off of it and add to viewport like that. So now compile, save. Now if you hop back in, you'll see the coins and the 0 up in the top left. But if you run over the coins, the number still does not change. So we need to hop back into our widget blueprint. We're gonna go back up here, and for our 0 right here, we're gonna go to text right here, and we're gonna create binding. All right, so before we do anything in here, we also need to go to our event graph, and we're gonna delete the pre-construct and the event tick, and we're gonna come off of here, and we're gonna cast to third person blueprint, and off the object, we're gonna get player character, and then we're gonna pull off as third person character, we're gonna pull off promote to variable, and we're gonna call this player ref. So that way you do this just to get the info. So you do a cast basically just to get the info out of this blueprint. That way you don't have to cast over and over, and then you promote it to a variable so you don't have to cast over and over. So we're gonna go back to our text binding. Let me go back to graph here. Get text, our binding right here. We're gonna pull in our player ref. Get player ref. We're gonna pull off. Say get coins, and then you just plug that in. So now, when you hop in and play, and you run over a coin, the number changes. It shows exactly how many coins we have. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That is pretty much it. Pretty easy to do. Pretty easy. And yeah, that's gonna be it for this one. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you're new around here, definitely subscribe. If you have any suggestions for, you know, tutorials you may want to see, definitely let me know down in the comments. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.